But here go my brother Polite. He gonna take us to the end. Let's get it for brother Polite.
Before I speak, I'm gonna ask my two brothers to stand up so I can give them a hug. I explained the history.
Because in their videos, they're showing a sign of success. Whether it's an illusion of success or not. They driving Bentleys, they pouring champagne. When our youth see that, they want that. Whether it's right or wrong, that's what they want. In our so-called conscious videos, and I want to be clear because I just saw an ill video about Shakur. We coming from it from a hip-hop perspective, which is it has to have intelligence, it has to drop a message, and all of this, but it's no sign of success in the videos. So I made a proposal a couple of videos ago, and I'm gonna put it out on tape. Brother Polite, we all can get down. In our videos, I don't care how conscious the videos are, we gotta rent some Bentleys in the eye. Because remember, this is the age of perception. What they see now, every word that come out of our mouth can be positive, but they have to see the images. They have to see us pulling up in them Bentleys. I'm even talking about a fake drug scene. I'm telling you, this is gonna be crazy. You know the drug scene, yo. You got the money, you got the stuff. You got the money, you got the stuff. Yeah, well, it's close by. All right? Now, when we pop up, I got Sarah Suit and Seti with me, and he holding me down and Polite, you know what I'm saying, to the Crips, they're holding me down. And when you pop the briefcase, instead of kilos of cocaine, it's kilos of sea moss. Right? No, listen, as long as the youth get what they want, I'm gonna have Sarah Suit and Seti come over and split it, put his pinky in it. Yo, Doc, that's raw sea moss. If we put a cut of bladder racks on that, we can hit the hood. And then we're gonna pop in our Bentleys Polite, we're gonna pour off with the music banging, and we're gonna be dumping off kilos of sea moss to the hood. Now, everybody is satisfied. Me as a conscious person, a parent, I'm 45, I'm satisfied because we dropped some positive messages. The youth are satisfied because they saw something that says, wait a minute, you mean I don't have to sell drugs and talk negative and I can still push Bentleys? We gotta think out of the box with these youth, all right? Now, it may seem like we fronting, but we not, because all them rappers, they fronting. Monsters and gangsters. Now, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get out of here. They're using this juju on us, and I'm gonna show you how they're doing it. By the first, second, and third video, them rappers don't own none of that stuff. By the fourth and fifth videos, they own it all. Because what they've done is they've used a commercial, they put out a suggestion to you, and when they get 10 million people to log on to those videos, your participation makes that reality for them. Okay? So we have to hit World Star up like everybody else. And I don't mean with one video. Every conscious rapper has to be involved because all of those rappers are in cahoots with it. Every rapper you see put out the same video, same video. So we as conscious artists, we gotta rent them rent them Benzes, rent them spots up in Manhattan, and we could be pouring grape juice. Long as we pour it in slow motion. That's just how the video works. We pour grape juice in slow motion, we pop it off and have all the beautiful women in our videos with naturals. They don't have to be naked. They just have to be plentiful. And with that said, I'm gonna say this is the Black Dot. These are my chronicles, this is my story. Brothers and sisters, I'm sticking to it. Peace.
Black Dot. Bring another brother a lot of y'all probably familiar with. Brother hits hard. So if y'all got some seatbelts on them chairs, buckle them seatbelts on, because my brother here, he hits hard, he don't hold no punches, he tell it like it is. It's the brother General Sarah Suit Seti.
Respecting Black Power.
Black power.
I was hoping to see a little more youth out here today because it seemed, I'm a young man.
That's right.
And I'm looking at a lot of elders out here, so I know I can't be telling you too much. You already know this. So we already see what the issue is. But what I'm going to be dealing with tonight, but we'll get into it tomorrow because I'm going to speak tomorrow, is about reclaiming our black divinity.
Yes.
We talk about reclaiming a lot of things, but we're not talking about reclaiming that black divinity, okay? That's the pre-coded destiny that nature has given our people. And it has been totally kidnapped by religion.
Come on.
Okay? It has been totally kidnapped by religion.
That's right.
And religion dictates almost 75% of our economy.
Yes.
And so we're going to have to get back to reclaiming that black divinity. That's how you was born into this world.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. That's right.
Most people think that they came here to find God. Nobody came here to find God. Because you wouldn't have got here if you didn't already know God. Is that right? And so, the first time you ask most people who they are, they're going to run to a book. You weren't born into this world with no book tied to your ass. Not one of them. Okay? That innate black divinity which told you to call out to your divine black mama.
Yes.
The first thing that you identify, look at you, but it's true. All that other stuff that you learned, some nigga walking down the street handed you a pamphlet and say, let me introduce you to something new. You wasn't born with that. Okay, so that's control.
Yes.
Okay, so who's creating these religions? Okay, now let me end with this, because we can get into this tomorrow. Your mind is a computer. This black divinity, innate black divinity that I'm talking about, is your operating system.
Yes, sir.
Just like when you turn on a computer, it'll say Windows. For Mac, it'll be Leopard or whatever. But that's what you got to have on a computer to even turn it on.
Right.
You can't, you understand what I'm saying? And once you have an operating system, then you can download programs.
That's right.
Economics is a program.
Yes, sir.
History, education is a program. Government is a program. Okay? You can't run a nation on a program. That's all I'm trying to let you know that. And a lot of people will come at it at different, dealing with education, dealing with economics, dealing with government, dealing with all of this sovereignty. If you ain't got your black divinity, you don't have sovereignty.
Woo.
That's what established your sovereignty, your black divinity. What you was born with. Nobody controls that but you.
That's right.
Okay? Nobody controls that but you. There's no intermediaries or middlemen between you and God.
That's right.
You automatically connected.
That's right.
And so we got to shut down all of this tomfoolery of men trying to explain to us about our own divinity. We got to give them back their bullshit. I'm just being real. Reclaim your black divinity.
That's right.
Which will lead you to self-preservation. That's first.
Yes.
We must preserve ourselves.
Yes.
And in the act of self-preservation, you will build an economy. Controlling those things, food, clothing, and shelter. No other people should control that but us.
Yes.
Period. Okay? And so I'm just going, like I said, we'll be speaking tomorrow. I support everybody here. It's a beautiful thing to come out and see black people trying to look out for black people.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So I support everybody here. I appreciate the new Black Panther Party and the chairman, Malik Shabazz, for bringing me out. I told him I support it 100%. I'm not always there on every battlefield, but that don't mean I don't support you. It's a tiresome job. For real. I'm tired. But I look at Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, Khalid Muhammad, how long they did it. Shit, I did it for 5 years and I'm ready to sit down. Shit, they did it for 30, so I honor my elders. I support you, New York. Black power, I'm always there for you. Let's continue this struggle. Thank you.
Sarah Sue said, y'all, he'll be speaking out here tomorrow. When you go home tonight, please get on the phones and call everybody you know and say, come on out and support this rally tomorrow, because what all these people are speaking about today is for our tomorrows.
What time?
We'll study, it's going to be out here all day tomorrow, right? Right. Seti's going on at 2:30, all right? CP time, that's probably maybe like about 4. So, please get the word, help us get the word out. I'm gonna bring another brother out. He's gonna be brief with it also. Brother King Samir, all right? And this is another hard brother right here.
Black power. Black power. Let me see them black fists in the air. Black power. Black power. Black power. All power to black people. Huh? And I said that specifically.
That's right.
I see we have a habit of saying all power to the people. I'm sorry, the white man is the devil yesterday, the cracker gonna be the devil today, and the no good bastard still gonna be the devil tomorrow. So I don't give a damn about no crackers locked up behind enemy lines. Let me just put it out there for you. I don't give a damn about my enemies, their grandmothers, their children, their future children to be born. I pray for the death and destruction of every peck of wood on the goddamn planet. We need to stop playing with this. Some of y'all ready to run the hell up out of here right now. Scared to death the cracker gonna come in the door, take your name down, and you're gonna lose your job next week. Stop playing with this.
That's right.
You can no longer talk about you love black children and you scared of the white man. Huh?
That's right.
I'm facing 3 to 15 years right now. Just came home from Rikers Island. Kicked Rikers Island in their ass. That's the worst thing they could have done for me.
That's right.
Because I went in there day one teaching.
That's right.
Huh? Between the tats on my face and the new Black Panther Party t-shirt I had on in jail, there was never a dull conversation. Huh? So Peckerwood, the worst thing you could have done is put me in Rikers Island. And it got to the point, the Inspector General
That's right.
had to start knocking on the door, so now they start moving me from house to house.
That's how they do it.
Huh? I'm in the Crip house 1 week. 2 days later, I'm in the Blood house. Now they trying to put me in the old folks home. Put me in the mess hall. Put me anywhere I'm teaching black men. I survived 3 riots. 3 riots. And let me tell you, these riots was over the most stupidest,
Oh, yeah.
the most,
I know. Rub I know.
You don't even got a word for it.
y'all know. The first riot started over a chair that had Department of Corrections on it.
That's right.
Huh?
They had it on the news last week.
That's the one I was in.
It was on the Eyewitness News.
Another riot started over a table. Another riot started over a hot dog, I believe it was. But the point behind it all, y'all, listen to me carefully, and I know I got a very few seconds left.
Kill each other.
The black and the brown must stop killing one another. Because the most common enemy is that no good white man. Huh? The common enemy between Blood and Crip is that no good goddamn white man. And the white woman. Huh? And the white woman. The brother's quiet as hell now. They're quiet as hell, like, damn, no you didn't. Damn, yes I did. Because some of y'all can't wait to leave here and go to Penelope sitting up in your closet right now. Talking about black power. We gotta stop the foolishness, man. Don't say you love black children and you scared to fight for your babies. Don't say you love black people and you scared to shed the blood of your damn enemies. And trust me, the way it all went down, King Samir didn't give up easily. I fight police. And I know I'm on camera. I fight police. But I also recognize when you have other people with you, you have to be thankful. You have to be mindful. Huh? Here I am, yes, I had on a bulletproof vest. You should have one on too. Yes, I had a gun. God damn it, you better have one too. Huh? You damn right, this is war. You don't come to battle with no weaponry. Huh? But let the first gun be here. And as Dr. Khalid Muhammad always taught us, we got to get that cracker out of our own head first. Huh? So let's get the cracker out of our head and get the cracker off goddamn 125th Street. Are y'all with that? Are y'all with really revolutionizing our nation? How many of y'all really ready to fight this cracker? Raise your lying black hands. If you're really ready to eat beans for 6 months, raise your lying black hands. If you're ready to stop talking to the crackers on your job for 6 months, raise your lying black hands. We gotta fight, y'all. And I'm facing 3 to 15. But I'm gonna fight this cracker until the day they put a bullet between my head. Black power.
Black power. All right. Okay. Clock on the wall. Got one brother to go. All right. This is a bad man, boy. This is a bad man, boy. He acting like he don't know who I'm talking about. See him over there? See him over there looking around like, who you talking about? Yo, before I bring my brother Polite on, can I get one hand for all the speakers we have tonight? One last hand for all the speakers we have tonight. Because see, these brothers don't have to do this, man. They don't have to do this. These brothers walk around with targets on them. This man walk around with a target on him. This man walk around with a target. This man walk around with a target on him. That's not easy to do, man. That's right. But here go my brother Polite. He's gonna take us to the end. Let's get in for brother Polite.
Before I speak, I'm gonna ask my two brothers to stand up so I can give them a hug. I explained the history. Don't worry about the bill. I got the bill tonight, but I won't make it long. I got the bill. If it gets crazy, I got the bill. Don't worry about it. I got to do like Jeffries last night. Dr. Jeffries put that work in last night. He said, where we gonna go? It's time to go. He said, where's everybody going after this? Well, I want everybody to understand on the camera, it's fake if people talk in private, it's fake if people text message and call on the phone. We at war, and that's an absolute fact. And because there's contrast to our arguments, a lot of times people figure that we fighting amongst each other. But we've been put into a situation where all we could do at some point is fight amongst each other, because we're trying to figure out how to get out of this. Because year after year, we still complain. And you know what? The younger we get, the more frustrated we get every generation. So the previous generations are always saying, man, why is the youth so angry? Why are they so frustrated? I just hit the 30 club. August 10th, I just turned 30. said goodbye to my 20s. It was very weird. My children call me old now. They say you're an old phenom. They call me young phenom. Now I'm an old phenom. They done already put one foot in my grave already. I just turned 30. They found the gray hair on my head. They done appointed me to elder. I said I'm not an elder yet. I gotta hit 40. That's the prophet age. I still got a lot to learn from my brothers. Okay? And they're young. 43 years young. I'm 30 years old. He's like 40 years young. You know? So I hug these brothers because we don't realize that contrast to arguments precipitates consciousness. If we all come in here and we say the same message, we be preaching to the choir, and then redundancy voids the brain, then nobody starts thinking. Sometimes, you know, history has always showed us if there was a Martin, there was a Malcolm. People always like one or the other. But if it wasn't for those two, we wouldn't be able to definitively conclude where we belong. History has always showed us a Du Bois and a Marcus Garvey. I don't care what you show us. Where you find yourself in history, there's always contrast in the argument. And that's what made the people conscious. And we can always say this one was the agent, no, that one was the agent. But they precipitated consciousness because you had two opposing fields. And the people are not crazy. So the people following this one and the people following that one, even if the leadership has reservation or ill intent, they cannot do it with a false conviction or message. People are there because of the truth. If people are in the church, the people that are in there have good intent. They ain't going there to be misled. They went in there for the truth. So we shouldn't ostracize the religious people. It's the institution that's doing it to the people. Well, we got to learn how to talk to the people that's being misled. Because sometimes we turn them away as if they mean to be misled. We can't do that to the people no more. We got to be more patient with the people. And I say that because we having a Million Youth March. And I can tell you, the conscious community is tough. Since I became conscious, I've been critiqued left and right. Yelled at, screamed on, called names, all sorts of things that never happened to me in the hood. When my pants were sagging and I had a teardrop on my eye, Dr. York saw to it that I got the teardrop off my eye because I caught a body because I shot a man in his face. They used to call me Cavity in Brownsville because I put a hole in a man's face. That's what I was doing. Now today I'm the author of 81 books and fluent in 8 languages, one of which I just put forth. This is what I'm doing today. But I'm going to tell you, tripping out here in Brownsville, as I used to go through the trains and recite lyrics that identify women as all sorts of derogatory terms, as I even identify myself as something less than God or less than human, not one person pulled me to the side and said, yo, fam, what you doing is not right. You know what happened? They were scared of me. They were scared of me. One day I got conscious, I walked on the train and tried to teach everybody, hello everybody, I got this bookstore, shut up. When I was gangbanging and I went on the train with my headphones and I was rapping louder than the scared conscious man on the train, no one told me shut up. When I walked the streets with my pants sagging and my jaws shut, we didn't lower it as much as they do it today. That's why I feel old. I don't know when this happened. I don't know when the homosexuals came in the community. I don't know when the pants went that low. I be talking to my children like, yo, this really just happened not too long ago. I'm not that old. You feel me? So I remember there was a time where I couldn't even find homosexuality in school. People kept that private. Now if you watch these TV shows, no, they're not only doing homosexuality, they are also pushing homosexual pedophilia. You gotta watch what they're doing. They got a movie coming out with a little boy dressed as a girl on a pole with an old man dishing him money. But you see, this means this is the next agenda that they push in substance. So people say, brother, like, how are you polygynous? How you have all these wives? So how you do that? I said, because we isolated ourselves from society, turned the TV off, learned how to play instruments, learned new languages, and I took my children out of school, and I said, we're going to have to learn how to live for each other and by each other, free from other people's vices, so we can be left to our very own. So it didn't happen. I didn't find no black women in America and it started working out. I had to be willing to move away from the city. And we learned to live amongst each other for a whole year, free from media, free from advertisements, homosexual advertisements on the buses, free from the school system that gives the children sex bracelets.
That's right. Yep.
Now, I gave these brothers a hug because we build. People say we beef. They say we beef. And everybody knows we two coins of our opposite. This is going to have to be a three-sided coin because my brothers is over here. They're on the same side of the coin. And I want no one to misunderstand that I don't teach embrace and love the white man. What I teach on my side of the pole is after we learned that they raped us, after we learned that they castrated us, after we learned that they falsely incarcerated us, I don't want y'all scared of them after that. So I get to a point where I say, I'm starting to realize some of us are getting scared while they're being educated about the white man. So every time you start thinking success, someone reminds you that the white man is going to do something to you. And then I say, we got to be careful with that. Because soon people will stop doing or striving for success in fear that someone's going to do something to them. And if you don't strive for success, you will become devilish. Because all God know how to do is progress. That's all God know how to do. So I've been called all sorts of negative names. Disrespectful names, all because I teach. If you're going to put us up there being raped, lynched, and castrated and show the power of the white man on that level, show us also as millionaires. Show us also as, I don't give a hell if Jay-Z's the only brother you can point at. If you can't find nobody in this day and time, show us some people that represent black greatness. That's what I need. Because I need a reference point for being great. I cannot just have an image of me being hung from a tree. I cannot just have an image of me having my balls taken away from me. I cannot have an image of my wife being separated by two horses as my only reference point for being black. When our children go to school, their history begins with slavery. That is not our history. We were kings, we were queens. Our history does not begin in slavery. If we have in our minds as children, if we've been schooled by their system, if we schooled by their system, then our history starts in slavery if we accept their school system. So how are we going to have our youth here thinking we have our inception in slavery and we're trying to get great? So say, you know what? I dig the pictures, man. But we also need some reference points for black greatness. That's what we need. We need us a little balance. So after I realize what they've done to us, I need a little inspiration for what I can be. I don't always want to see when we got caught up on drugs, when the Harlem Renaissance came in, when the class members burnt us down. I'm not trying to forget these things, but I'm saying the youth also needs some successful references. I was just talking to my daughter over there, and she said, why was you afraid as I walked from the National Black Theater by myself to the State Building? It's just 4 or 5 blocks. I said, because I care about you. She said, I know you do, but I said, if you did, you wouldn't have asked me that. So she said, what's the difference between love and care? I just had that conversation over there with my daughter, 16 years old, finished with school because I homeschool her. All right? Took out the system because I know the system don't work for us. And people bitch about the prisons. But the school system is worse than the prisons. It's so bad that if you don't believe this, just understand that in the prisons, they stop all educational programs. You can't even get a GED in a prison.
No more. They don't want to educate.
So let's understand what the school system is. It designed you to wind up in there.
In the jail.
And it's so deep, they're building prisons in our community. We're the only ones allowing this. It's like they're telling your children subtly as they go home, this is where you're going to wind up. We got some serious issues in here. Now I'm about to close. But my daughter asked me, what's the distinction amongst love and care? And I said, do people smoke cigarettes? She said, yeah. Do people know it has over 400 chemicals and poisons in there? She said, yeah, of course they do. Isn't that a form of suicide? I said, we're not better than the cigarette smoker. Let's be for real now. We're not better. We're not no better. Many righteous men smoke cigarettes. But do they know it's poison? And if they do, what compels them to do it? I said, that's a form of suicide. But guess what? Those same people would not jump off a building. Why? You can't think about it. I said, because it hurts. That's why. Why won't you cut your wrist? Because it hurts. But you'll drink tons of alcohol. You'll be promiscuous and have sex with multiple partners knowing diseases exist. This is all forms of suicide, but one form hurts and the other one doesn't. Not on a surface. So now we have to understand the difference between love and care. The people that love themselves, right? And then there's people that care. So care, okay? The inception of care is love. So we talking about how to fix our problems in this black community. We have to start caring, because caring infers responsibility, and responsibility is the ability to respond, or respondability. Have black people responded to their ability to get out their oppression? No, because we don't care. Respondability. See, when I love myself, that's where it begins. But when you start doing the necessary things like economics, like health, that's where the care comes in. So I said, I love you, but that's where care has its inception. But because I love you, now when you walk down that block without me, my care registers. Because I have to respond to my ability as a parent to discern if it's legitimized for you to go to and fro. So there's a distinction between love and care. And I'm saying we are at the point of loving each other right now.
Yes, sir.
Now we just have to fill in the care points, the responsibility points. So it's not going to happen unless we unite, because we know a group of cells becomes a tissue, and a group of tissues becomes an organ, and a group of organs becomes an organ system, and the organ system precipitates the organism. The organism now wants to do everything by itself, as if the universe ordained it that way. Everything comes together to bring about another thing. Now, other races may be able to do it whatever way they do it, but we have not been designed like that. The only thing we know how to do is do it together. There's no other way we know how to do this. So when I hug my brothers, because I done did a debate with my brother here, and a debate with the chairman of the new Black Panther Party, who I knew prior to all this, he was the one that put me up to speak before my largest crowd for the first time in my life. He helped cultivate that in me. You understand? And people think it gotta be war. And I said, I love these brothers. I love them all. Just because we disagree don't mean I have to hate them. And I appreciate what they teach. I'm hoping every brother starts understanding, like I talked to Wesley Muhammad last night. I appreciate what Sinetta does, because we need it. Because you got people walking around here not knowing what this white man has done to us. I'm aware of that. Now where I'm at, where I stand as a young man, I grew up frustrated. Because when I was trying not to sell drugs, and I went to the conscious man selling the bean pie and told him I don't want to juke somebody tonight, I don't want to push somebody back tonight, shoot him, he ain't had a job for me. And I said, it's all good. When I went to another man, he told me I was the original man, cream of the universe. But I needed some money. Later on that night, somebody opened up their door, I ran up behind them, and caught them before they could see me in the rear view and took their shit. That's what I did. You know why? Because I was frustrated with the consciousness. I was so mad that every time I go to somebody, they tell me I'm the original man when I need some money. I had no original income coming in, but I was always being told how great it was. And I appreciate the message. But I look at this Judaism, and I say when they celebrate their culture on Saturdays and they have their Sabbath or their Shabbats, they ain't never buy no beef patty and cocoa bread during their weddings or during their Sabbath. Their religion is interwoven with their economics. And it's sacrilegious to spend their money with someone else as they confide in their God. So it has to become sacrilegious for us to put our money with anyone other than us. But now we have to find out who the hell is our God. Now you can say you can do this without God, but every powerful nation in this world is under the umbrella of their God first. And that's what we have to sift through in this community. And I'm telling you, to solve the problem, just make the black community God. Make us the body of Christ. Because anything other than that is going to cause us to say, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, I'm a Sunni Muslim. I'm going to make the black man and the black woman represent the body of that which we call the supreme being. Because everybody else, their religion is the umbrella. Their spirituality is the umbrella. They're going to sell their oils, their incense, and their prayer rugs. When they get married, the black man gets married, you know what we do? We buy the ring from someone else. We buy the suit from someone else. We buy the cake from someone else. There ain't a culture out there that's willing to buy some damn jerk chicken from a nigga when they getting married. You never seen it. So what I'm telling you is, their spirituality has economics interwoven into their principles. So when I'm telling my brothers and sisters today, if we want to do a coup d'etat, like they do in Egypt, and overthrow and burn everything down, that's fly, but it's disorganized. We can do a little militia too, and that's fly too. A militia is cool. But when we start talking about a military, we say black nationalism. This is my last note. We talk about a military. That's a sophisticated form of self-defense. And they get their orders from a government. See, this is the true context of sovereignty. The true context. And people can lose a bit of their independence and still remain sovereign. This is definition. This is reality. You can't have a military unless you have an economic structure and economy, because the economy or the economic structure funds the military. I ain't talking about Bloods and Crips. They don't need a government. I'm not talking about militias. They don't need a government. A coup d'etat, a rebellion amongst people that's just sexually frustrated or they ain't eating bread, they don't need a government. But when you're talking about military, you're talking about people, an organized group that's raising monies, and once monies is getting raised and everybody's a shareholder because they're putting their money into the nation, now we have to vote people into the system to represent our views, because we got to figure out if we're going to use some of this money for education, if we're going to use some of this money for military, if we're going to use some of this money for technology. So when we use the word military, understand we have to have the ability to delegate responsibilities to people that we entrust in our community to organize divinely. Self-governing systems. We have to be willing to finally stop the ego tripping and vote our brothers into administration to lead us in different capacities. That's the only way we're going to get out of this. We're going to have a voting system in our black men. I ain't talking about their system. We have to create a system where we admittedly and openly say, I trust my brothers that lead on in the community. They're going to cut the power off. I didn't think black power was tied into the socket. I thought this was one melody.
Go, babe.
But yo, you want to hear this tomorrow. I love y'all. I honor my brothers, because I want everybody to know for the record that we need these brothers. I'm glad my brother goes hard. I'm glad my brother goes hard, and I want to give them another hug to let them know that it's love. We the last ones on the planet that's supposed to be beefing with each other, so we all trying to do the same thing for our people. So I want y'all to, and my brother here, with the illest analogy I ever heard, I want y'all to give all these brothers a hand, because tomorrow we're going to turn it up. Don't leave your children at home. If a nigga in a wheelchair, push them in. Carry your baby there. Bring everybody there. This is how it's unconscious. Bring everybody in your family out tomorrow. Y'all always saying, how come we don't do stuff for free? Come out there tomorrow. It's free.
That's right.
Come out there tomorrow and bring your whole family out there 10 in the morning. Because this is our Black Solidarity Day. Come out. I thank y'all for listening.
For members looking to be employed, get ready for October 6, 2013 from 3 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. at 2033 Fifth Avenue at the National Black Theater in Harlem, New York, New York. On this day, members will undergo full training providing they take their proficiency exam, pass or fail, and at the closing of the day, take one last exam identifying what they have learned from the workshops and training early on in the day.